So when we read the gospel reading today, it seemed to be a contradiction of what's happening to the life of Saint Catherine of Siena. But it's not a contradiction if we look at it from the eye of faith. It's a paradox because she was really simple of heart and childlike. And she bore all the burden of what God called her to do, even when she didn't want to. She joined the third order of the Dominicans, wanting to consecrate herself to God. But God called her into the public life and ultimately asked her to confront, encourage, and move the Holy Father to go back to Rome from Avignon. And by that time, the Holy See had become comfortable living in France. There were resistance there. Well, why do we leave? We risk upsetting the French king who was powerful at that time. We risk of having to start anew because Rome had been abandoned or ignored for a long time. We risk many unknowns. But God brought her and the Holy Father out of their own comfort zone to listen to his will. Well, their burden became light because they trusted in him, recognizing that he was using her to invite the whole papacy and all the courtiers to return back to the mission of St. Peter, to return back to Rome. Well, life is not going to make it easy, but we have the good Lord who taught us how to be meek and humble of heart. And he promised us that my yoke is easy and my burden is light, because we're not carrying it alone. We're carrying it with him. And much more important that we recognize our weaknesses, our sinfulness, and we are being reminded too from the first letter of St. John that if we have sinned, may we come to the one who advocates for us and who have died for us, not only for our sins, but for those of the world, says St. John. He is the expiation for all that sin. May we turn to the good Lord and imitate St. Catherine of Siena today, to be courageous, to be humble, to be meek, but also at the same time to trust in God's will, who always pull us out of our comfort zone to grow and to say yes to him.